So what's loitering? You know, a lot of people here in Kentucky live near a gas station. I mean, they can walk to a gas station, it might be 2 or 3 blocks away. They don't have a central courtyard in their town, you know, with benches and a fountain, some trees, that sort of thing. Maybe a barbecue pit, maybe a little playground for the children. They don't have that. They also don't have any bars. Now, the city may be dry, it may be moist, it may be totally wet. They just don't have a restaurant, they don't have a bar, they don't have a dance club. They probably have a post office, a gas station, maybe a laundromat, maybe a tackle and feed store, maybe a drugstore, maybe. So a lot of people, they walk on down to the gas station and they'll buy themselves a 4-pack of 16-ounce High Lifes or a 6-pack of Budweisers or a Dirty 30 of Busch Light. And they might just set up shop around back the gas station, maybe on the curb. You might have Randall and Daryl, Bubba and Paul, and they're just sitting there drinking beers, dipping, maybe smoking, maybe toking, and having good times. They're not bothering customers. They're not about to get behind the wheel of a car. They're just sitting on the curb, listening to Creedence Clearwater Revival and smoking some Pall Malls and drinking some brews. But the problem is, that's not allowed. How's it going, everyone? You're watching Everything Else Channel on YouTube, everythingelsechannel.com. If at any point in time you like this video, smash that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you won't miss a single video, and leave a comment down below. So, loitering is an issue. You can get trespassed, you can get arrested, you can have a really bad day if you do it. As a matter of fact, I got this from Speedway. See? Which is owned by 7-Eleven. Man, is this good. They sell alcoholic beverages there. Thornton's sells alcoholic beverages. They're not bars. They don't want you to drink it on the premises. In fact, if you look at the cover of this video, it's me next to a sign at Speedway that says no loitering. Now, loitering doesn't just mean hanging around drinking. It could be hanging around panhandling, or it could just be hanging around. Once you go in and purchase your items or pump your gas, they want you to leave. But what do you do in a town where the gas station is the only place you can buy alcohol, you can buy dip, the only place you can get lotto tickets? A lot of gas stations have a hot case where you can buy food, and maybe they might even have some benches in there where you can sit down and consume the food. So it's kind of got like a sort of a restaurant vibe going on. But that doesn't mean, though, that you can buy the beer and drink it while you eat. Or does it? No, you can't, because that's not a bar. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, a lot of people will be like, why are you making a video about loitering? Why are you making a video about drinking at a gas station? Who would drink at a gas station? Well, I mean, if you live in a big city where you got a bunch of different bars, a lot of people in small town Kentucky towns, the families, they don't want people drinking at home. You got a lot of church folks here. You got a lot of simple Baptist, strict Baptist. They don't believe in drinking, So Daryl might walk down to the gas station, and, down a couple Coors Light, cold as the Rockies, come home and nobody knows the better. You're not going to be drunk off of 2 beers, right? But maybe he wants to go down there and hang out with Randall and Paul and Bobby and Steve, And so they don't want to be, and you don't want to, walk down the street drinking. That's open container. You get busted for that too. You can get open container at a gas station also. But then a lot of people say, well, why do they give it to you in a little brown paper bag? Because I'm sure you guys have seen it. I don't have a beer here because I don't drink at my studio, but this is an energy drink. This is a 12 ounce, but same thing. I mean, I don't have the sack, but it's like a little paper bag that covers the whole can. Now, maybe they give you that little paper sack so that your hand won't hurt from holding such a cold beverage, but that's not really why they do it. You and I know why they do it. It's so that people don't know what you're drinking. So is that like them saying, you know, on the down low that it's okay to drink it on the premises? I don't think so. Especially if they post those signs. They don't want people there. Now, the other thing too, it's a liability issue, because if you got drunk people at a gas station, they might stumble in front of a car that's going to the pump. Cars that go to the pump, granted, they should exercise caution because they're in a gas station, and it's not unreasonable for people to be ingressing and egressing from the gas station shop, because nowadays every gas station, unless you're going to a really, really small town, has got some sort of a store, whether it's just for chewing gum, candy bars, and Cokes, or it's got coffee Slurpee machines, hot cases, and in the case of pilot gas stations, showers, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's not unreasonable to have people milling around in a gas station, so you shouldn't come in, you know, pedal to the metal, but at the same time, you also shouldn't have to expect drunk people stumbling around the pumps or around the parking areas or, you know, behind the gas station store. So it's a liability issue for the gas station owners, and it's also problematic for people going in to get gas. Plus, people that go in to get gas, they might be on a road trip, for example. It might be a family trip, you know, so the husband and wife get out of the car, the kids get out of the car, maybe people need to use the bathroom, maybe somebody wants a snack, maybe you want to stretch your legs, maybe they have a pet and they want to walk the pet around, and then to bump into 4 guys sitting on the curb drinking out of little paper bags, and they're 3 sheets to the wind, drunk as skunks, smoking and spitting, and that's not really what this family wants to see. It's not what elderly people want to see. It's not what anybody wants to see. And so those signs, you know, they play an important role. Other times gas stations are used for, you know, illicit activities, you know, selling, contraband, prostitution. Sometimes there's criminal elements there where you can get robbed. There is such a thing as aggressive panhandling, which is a crime in a lot of places. That's where, you know, it's not just panhandling, but that's when you're in someone's face, intimidating them, putting them in fear that they're going to get battered unless you give them money. And you see the same thing in some cities where the homeless usually will come at your car and they'll offer to wash your windshield. And if you don't want it, they'll wash it anyways, and they'll end up leaving it dirtier than it was before they washed it. And if you don't pay them, they could vandalize your car. They might actually do you bodily harm. So if you have people like that at a gas station, you know, doing that sort of activity, that would also fall into the category of loitering. Because unless you're at the gas station to buy products or buy gas, you're not there for a legitimate reason, therefore you're loitering and they want you gone. But the question is, you know, if they give you the little brown sack, or if they don't come down on you hard, or if you're in a small town and the gas station is the only place to buy liquor, does it then become a suitable meeting place, and do the rules that are posted get relaxed? I would say no, but hey, I want to know what you think, what you have to say here at Everything Else Channel on YouTube, everythingelschannel.com. Please like the video, please subscribe to the video, ring the bell for notifications, and leave a comment down below. Thank you.